where people live simply and love fills each day to strengthen their future. The villagers know the children must learn and the crops must grow. We are the village, and now is our time. I reach for your hand, you reach for mine. We stand together, whether far or near. We walk in sunshine, our way is clear. I will not lose you, we will not fail. Our voices will ring out, our hearts will prevail. So teach the children, both yours and mine. They are the village, and now is their time. We are the village, now is our time. The people are grateful for sun and earth. They deeply respect the cycle of life, death and birth. Their families are strong, their friendships are deep. This is the village song in my heart I keep. We are the village, and now is our time. I reach for your hand, you reach for mine. We stand together, whether far or near. We walk in sunshine, our way is clear. I will not lose you, we will not fail. Our voices will ring out, our hearts will prevail. So teach the children, both yours and mine. They are the village, and now is their time. We are the village, and now is our time.
There were Unitarian Universalists in the Philippines?
I thought all Filipinos were Catholics.
Tourists and expats?
How did they get started?
Did we send missionaries?
Are they all in Manila?
Let's meet the founders, the people who have the answers to these questions.
Good morning. My name is Rizal, Dr. Jose Rizal, MD. I was born on June 29th, 1861. I was from an aristocratic Filipino family. I studied in Paris, Madrid, and many other places. Spoke at least 10 languages, earned 2 doctorates, and wrote poetry and essays. I was a nationalist at the time when my country was a colony of Spain.
My name is Toribido Quimade. Some people say it feels good in the mouth. Would you like to try it? Say it with me. Toribido Quimade. Again. Toribido Quimade. Good. I was born on the island of Cebu in the Philippines in 1917. My father was a carpenter. He worked from town to town to support us. I was lucky to make it through the 6th grade before I had to quit to farm and help the family.
My first love was social justice. My 2 novels, which you will find even today in your American libraries, protested the oppression of my people by Spain and the Catholic Church. The first was called Nole mi tangere. That's Latin. You might translate it as, get off my back.
We were Catholics, like most Filipinos. And my father, even in the evening, often criticized the Protestants. So I knew not everyone believed as we did. They read the Bible. Our church forbid it. And that bothered me. I was curious. I wanted to see a Bible. I wanted to read it for myself. My Uncle Fernando, my father's brother, he was a Protestant. But he was a good man. And he helped us to move to Negros to live with him. He gave me a Bible. And I learned wisdom from it. And maybe even social activism. Raise your hand if you are a social activist. Good.
Today, people call me the national hero, the father of my country, and the study of my life is a required course in our schools. My biggest regret is that I did not live longer so that I could give more voice to my theological principles. 1, I believe in a God interdependent with the cosmos. 2, I believe that God gave humans the gift of reason and conscience. 3, I believe that humans have inherent worth and dignity. 4, I believe that Jesus taught love by word and example. 5, I believe that followers of Jesus' religion should treat every human with dignity and respect. 6, I believe that individuals should serve the whole community. In Tagalog, the word is bayanihan. 7, I believe that deeds, not creeds, are the heart of religious living, and that worship should be simple.
I went to my Uncle Fernando's church and became a Sunday school teacher. But I was still questioning. Some members thought that I wasn't a good Christian. I should believe on faith. That was never my way. It didn't feel honest to me. In 1948, I was ordained in the Iglesia Universal Cristo, the Universal Church of Christ. I was put in charge of many churches, a difficult job because we didn't have many teaching materials. I began to contact other churches for help, looking for the Universal Church of Christ. I came upon the Universalist Church of Gloucester, Massachusetts. We began to correspond, and the rest is history. My church fathers didn't like what I was doing, and they excommunicated me. But the Universalists, they accepted me. And in 1955, the Universalist Church of the Philippines was born.
I proposed peace and democracy and land reform. But the autocratic church and government were offended. They took action, and on December the 30th, 1896, today a national holiday, a Spanish firing squad silenced me. But they didn't really silence me, because historians say that my execution precipitated the Philippine Revolution, which ended over 300 years of Spanish oppression.
I offered the people freedom of thought and God's eternal love. That was all well and good, but the main root of their problem was the rich landowners. So when I began to organize the people to protest the economic unfairness, you can guess what happened. Like Jose Rizal and Jesus and Martin Luther King and so many other social activists, I died a martyr's death. I was shot. So was my horse. And our house was burned down.
I hope that others who come after me will teach and uphold this simple credo. If I were alive today, perhaps I would be a Unitarian Universalist.
But that was not the end of us, was it? My daughter, Rebecca Quimade Sierras, escaped and eventually attended Meadville Lombard Seminary and was ordained as a minister in the UU Church, and today heads the 29 UU churches that still accept your 7 principles, Rizalis's principles, and our 8th, which is really our first. That is, that there is a God in the universe, and he loves us all.
Eternal